Westfield Memorial Hospital provides high-quality health care to residents of Western New York, offering patients the most sophisticated medical advancements while keeping the ease and familiarity of a community hospital. Support for Chautauqua Sunrise has been provided by WRFA 107.9 FM, Jamestown's public radio station, streaming online 24/7 at WRFALP.com. Low power to the people. Meter's Restaurant, a family tradition for over 50 years in downtown Ripley, is a proud supporter of Chautauqua Sunrise. Meter's provides all-day dining, banquet services, and custom catering, specializing in pie.
Funding for Chautauqua Sunrise is provided in part by the County of Chautauqua Industrial Development Agency, with offices in Jamestown and Dunkirk, helping businesses to prosper throughout Chautauqua County. For more information on how the CCIDA can assist your business, visit choosechq.com.
From supporting people with disabilities to enjoy great lives, to providing health care services that are available to anyone, the Resource Center has been improving our county for more than 60 years. Learn more about how the Resource Center makes a positive difference in people's lives.
The Hofbräu House in downtown Buffalo invites all our friends from Chautauqua County to experience craft beer, Bavarian food, and live entertainment. Check us out on our Facebook page and website for family-friendly events throughout the year.
From the Access Chautauqua Studios in Mayville, it's Chautauqua Sunrise. Chautauqua Sunrise is hosted by Doc Hamels and supported by the award-winning volunteers at Access Chautauqua. We are here to share local news, colorful interviews, and events of interest to everyone. Chautauqua Sunrise is broadcast live Saturday mornings each week from 9 to 10 a.m. Send events via email or call us live. Check us out on YouTube and Facebook. And now, from the Access Chautauqua Studios, it's Chautauqua Sunrise.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Chautauqua Sunrise. I hope you're doing well this morning, wherever you are in the world. Well, today is our annual meet the crew here at Chautauqua Sunrise at Access Chautauqua Studios, and we do this annually because basically I don't like to have someone come in between Christmas and New Year's, and the crew's going to be here anyways, and we just have a good time reminiscing and talking, and you get to know the faces of the people that make all the magic here in the studio. So we're going to be meeting them here in a little bit, and then towards the end we have a very special presentation that we're going to share with you. So, Justin, show 595, and that means we're getting very, very close to that another 100 mark. 600 coming up pretty soon.
Give me a hint.
He wants a hint. I'll tell you that our 600th guest is really going to be exceptionally fun, that this person is going to be surprised by the production we're going to do, and that's it. So we're going to, for those of you that are going, what is he talking about? Every 100th show, I bring on somebody special that either special to me or special to the community or whatever. And that's all you're going to get for now, Justin. Justin's always bugging me who's going to be the next one. And George Burrell, if you're watching, we only have 405 more shows to go before we get to our 1,000th show, because he's going to be my 1,000th guest. I'll be 115 at that point. No, I don't know. I'd have to figure that out. I don't know. I think I'll still be in my 70s. I don't know. Anyways, good morning if you're watching us live here on Spectrum 1301. If you're watching us streaming on our Facebook page, thanks for joining us. I hope you all had a safe and wonderful, warm Christmas holiday with your family and friends, or however you celebrate Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever. Just it's a time for family and getting together, and I hope you've had that opportunity to do so. Christmas Eve, I won out a few years ago. We used to have everything at our house, and well, we got a good sized house, but when you get 40 people in there and everybody's running around, plus dogs and little kids, it was getting pretty crazy. So the last several years, we've been meeting as a family unit over at Meters. They have a big old banquet room. Meters is one of our underwriters, so I'm happy to talk about them. And Bob and Sheila are always very gracious to let us use that room. And so we had our family get together there again, and it was a great time. We had, let's see, I think we went from ages 4 up to who knows how old. And we were, lots of good food, lots of people enjoying stories, and I got to sing with the little guys. They always like to circle around me. We sing some Christmas songs, and little kids get little treats and gifts and things like that. Christmas Day, whoo-hoo! About 10 o'clock, my kids and their kids all showed up, and Grandma had everything ready, and it looked like a department store. It took us an hour just to clean up all the boxes yesterday. So anyways, and of course Brody had a great time because everybody was loving on him, and he was in and out of things. I think he got a lot to eat that day. Those little kids, they drop a lot of food. Anyway, so I hope you had a great day as well, or weekend. A lot of people are celebrating over the weekend, you know, the holiday. So for those of you that are streaming with us around the world, Natalia, please, 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 I hope you're all safe. We watch the news like everybody else, and I know things got really ugly yesterday. So I know that they're attempting to get a peace pact for Ukraine and Russia, so our fingers are crossed they finally put an end to this. So please be safe and all your friends. Okay, I want to say good afternoon to my listeners on WRFA 107.9, low power to the people. Tuesdays at 1 o'clock. Thanks for joining us. Again, this is going to be a fun show where you can listen in on what the crew do here and some of their thoughts about the world. And yeah, we're going to have a fun time. So Tuesdays at 1 o'clock, thanks for joining us. You can call in if you have the desire to call us today. From between now and 10 o'clock, we will be live. And the number is 716-753-5225. 716-753-5225 if you want to chat, tell us something, an event coming up, whatever. Then throughout the week, as always, you can email us with your events at Chautauqua Sunrise, all one word, at gmail.com. Again, Chautauqua Sunrise at gmail.com. We cover the county, so it doesn't matter if you're up in Poland, if you're over in Barcelona, down into minor quarters, or over to Frewsburg, we'll cover it. Okay, so please don't hesitate to give us your information. All right, I don't have to tell you this. We got an ice storm yesterday, so please let's think about this. All right, the weather today is going to be in the upper 20s. Okay, dry, precipitation-wise, but we all. If anybody remembers the Tim Conway when he used to do the old man when he did this real slow shuffle, that's the call for today is you want to take your time. Now you might say, oh, the roads are fine. Wonderful, the main roads are great. Let's remember the side roads may not have had as much love and they could be a little slippery. I came up from Ripley to Westfield to Mayville, and the hill was fine, the main roads are fine. So big shout out to our road crews for pre-treating the roads. I think they did a good job. But on the side streets, they might be just a little crunchy, a little slippery. Now, that being said, parking lots. If you're going shopping for those after Christmas sales, remember some of the parking lots may be a little slick, especially the smaller places. Or if you're getting out of the car, you might be just on a little patch of something. So take your time. So sidewalks and parking lots, please be mindful of that. So let's see. Topic that a couple of us like to talk about and some of us don't like to talk about, Buffalo Bills. Okay, yeah. I think somebody just gagged on the other side of the wall. Hey, if your team's still in the running, great. Buffalo Bills is some of our team favorites, and they got a big job tomorrow. They got to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Wow, two more games in the old stadium. The funny thing is, I remember the stadium before this stadium. I'll tell you a real quick story, and then we'll get on to things. We, as kids, grew up in Buffalo, and my bestest friend in the whole world, Jim Hatch, his dad, Cy Hatch, or his real name was Francis. I don't know how he got this gig, but he was in charge of the scoreboard at the old rock pile, or Memorial Stadium, I guess it was called, I don't know, somebody's going to call and say, don't you remember that? My brother's probably watching saying, don't you remember the name of it? I don't know. Anyways, but it was literally like, it looked like an old quarry. And you had the seats on the sides, and then you had the scoreboard. You might say, okay, what big deal? Talk about technology, all right? You go up this little wooden ladder to maybe like 6 rungs. I'm not talking little ladder. And you had this door, and we went in this with him one time, and the scoreboard was maybe like 4 feet wide, all right? So from you walked in, 4 feet, and maybe like 10 feet wide, and I don't know how tall it was. And Cy would actually move levers like 4th down or how many, where it was, how many, the score or whatever. And they had all these things, and he had a phone, and they call up and say, okay, Cy, it's whatever, and and we actually got to watch through these little holes, like portholes, and watch the game. And I think Jack Kemp was the quarterback way back then. So this takes you back probably early 60s anyways, probably like 65, 64, somewhere in there. So we were just little kids. But then, of course, they built the other stadium that they're vacating, and it's older than I remember. It's like, I don't know, almost close to 50 years or something like that. It's incredible. So it's going to be interesting to watch the transition for the Bills. And this happens in all the big cities. They have teams. Anyways, Buffalo Bills this weekend, next week. It's going to be interesting to see how this all plays out. So, and then is Miami still in it? No, they're out. Bears were still in it last week. How about the Twins? Minnesota, or Vikings? The Vikings. Did I say Twins? That's baseball. Minnesota.
I think they're still in it.
I think they're still in it. Okay, so we're gonna have some fun the next couple, 3-4 weeks here. All right, let me get to some announcements, and then we'll get going here. All right. So this is over in Lakewood. Christmas is still going on in the village. Okay, so got a few more days left today through they're going into January. All right, visit Christmas in the Village during the month of December with themed displays along with activities which include sleigh rides, photos with Santa and friends, children's activities, official tree lighting, breakfast, and so forth. But most of this is over, all right, but they got your farmer's market on December 7th. Oh, today. Okay, wait a minute. That was, all right. Back up, roll the tape back up. Lakewood is now to the 31st, New Year's Eve. So those things are going on, all right, in Lakewood. Make a line. And now we're going to Fredonia. Okay, Fredonia's Farmers Market. Okay, that's going on today from 10 to 1. Next Saturday, the following Saturday, and the following Saturday, 10 to 1. Okay, Church Street, Fredonia, and the Masonic Lodge. Okay, locally grown produce, vegetables, fruits, maple syrup, honey, brown eggs, quilts, flowers, baskets, artisans, jewelry, soy candles, and a whole lot more. Okay, so that's in Fredonia going on for the next 4 weekends, Farmers Market. All right, then, let's go to Jamestown. You guys are bouncing me all over the place here. Today and tomorrow, from 1 to 5, the Northwest Arena on 3rd Street. They've got their public skating going on. It's a perfect way to spend some quality time with the whole family. And probably by now, for those of you that have had the kids home already for the week, you're probably ready to do something, get out of the house. So get over there with the family or friends. Adults can rent a trainer bar for the kids and grandkids, or for guys like me who are learning to skate, and many even choose to hold on themselves. Always check their schedule at northwestarena.com and check their calendar for updates and so forth. So admission's $8. If you have your own skates, no problem. If you need to rent skates, $4. Skate trainer, $5. Okay? So it sounds like a good time, and it's right here in Chautauqua County. You might be ready to do something. All right, the next one is just a report, I believe, and in the Jingle at the Rocks event raises $1,400. Jingle at the Rocks. Okay, they had 50-plus toy donations for Toys for Tots, the CHQ Professionals Group, and Dunkirk for Fredonia Rotary Club, friends of mine. Thanks, all participated. Okay, so this is what happened. The primary goal of the event was held at 64 on the Rocks in Fredonia on December 4, and they raised funds to collect toys for her local Toys for Tots initiative. The two groups report that $1,400 was collected along with more than 50 toys. Both the CHQ Professional Group and the Dunkirk Fredonia Rotary Club expressed sincere gratitude to the generous sponsors who made the event possible. including Fredonia Farm Festival, Nestle Purina, DFT Communications, Larson Timco Funeral Home, Rotary Club of Dunker Fredonia, 64 on the Rocks, and the Catering Company, and Lake Erie Medical Services. Representatives from the group said that the event was a perfect way to kick off the holiday season, and the group deeply appreciates the community's continued support. So that was pretty cool. So if you're interested in learning more about the CHQ group, they were previously known as the Northern Chautauqua County Young Professionals Group. It's an initiative under the Chautauqua County Partnership for Economic Growth and is dedicated to providing networking and community engagement opportunities for all professionals working or living in Chautauqua County, regardless of age or location. The group also publishes a monthly newsletter, shares local job opportunities, and actively seeks volunteer opportunities related to workforce and career development. If interested, go to choosechq.com. Choosechq, all one word.com. Look for that group. All right, let's go on to slide 16, Jeff. The Chautauqua County Department of Mental Health and Social Services is seeking compassionate individuals and families to become foster parents and help provide safe, supportive homes for children in our community. Through the department's home finding team, prospective foster parents receive guidance and support as they explore opening their hearts and homes to children who may not have their basic needs met or a safe place to call home. Foster parents play a critical role by providing temporary, stable, and nurturing care for children who are placed in foster care and remain in custody of the department. Currently, Chautauqua County has approximately 45 traditional, or what they call non-kinship, foster homes. Many of these homes are full and they need to continue to grow more, as nearly 100 children are presently in the Chautauqua County's care. Let me say that number again, 100 children. Whew. Children in foster care range from infancy through age 18 and may have medical, physical, and emotional needs. They come from all racial and ethnic backgrounds and may be placed individually or as part of a sibling group. To help community members learn more about becoming a foster parent, the department will host an informational session on Thursday, January 15, beginning at 5:30 at the South County Office Building, 110 East 4th Street, Chautauqua, Jamestown. Please use the front employee entrance on East 4th Street and proceed up the stairs. A virtual option will also be available. All right, for more information, basically give them a call at 716-581-2080, 716-581-2080. All right, and I think that's all I have on that. Now, as far as foster care, I have a family within a family. We have family members that foster children, and they fostered 4 children, and of which they've adopted 2, and in the process of adopting 2. So they've created an opportunity to give some children an unbelievable life that they probably wouldn't have had before. And so I won't go into details because we try to keep everything private, but I've watched the process, and I've watched these children grow and learn and just flourish. And it's a good thing. So if you're interested, give them a call. Check it out. Be a foster parent. All right, we're going to take a little break, and then we're going to begin with my guru of all gurus when it comes to technology. Chris Burt will be on hand to talk with you about what we do here at the station. So Jeff, take it away with a PSA, and we'll be right back.
So I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. But it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, she's putting them in the same basket. Again. It's like, hello? That's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
Oh my gosh, that's like my house. Brody will start out with nothing on the floor, and by the end of the night, there's 15 things. I don't even know when he takes them out of the box. And if I have my granddogs over, holy cow, I think I counted 26 toys out one day. They just have a great time. They love it. All right, enough on that. My little pal here, Chris Burt. I say little because I've known you since you were a little kid. Chris, how long have you been involved with the TV station here?
Since 2005.
That's 20 years plus. So was that when at Chautauqua Lake? When it was
Yeah,
at
with
the studio?
freshman in high school.
So what got you started there? I mean, was this something that you always wanted to do or what?
They had a TV production class, and somehow my dad got roped up with Reed Powers, and we ended up over here, and we really never left.
So, and then at Chautauqua Lake, there's an actual studio there, right? Or was there ever a studio there?
Yeah, we had our studio there.
This studio here was there.
Right. And then they had their own TV studios that they had built as part of some of the additions.
Is that still there?
I believe so.
Okay, so they had a small production type thing. I actually I think I did have 1 or 2 shows there with Reed. And I remember I walked through the door and somehow squeezed by you guys that were on all the controls. And I remember you were just a little guy. And so I watched you and your brother here and your dad. We've all kind of grown up together over the 20 years. And I always know how to find you on email, because all I got to do is put TV and up comes your name. So that's really cool. But yes,
October of 2033.
2033. Okay, yes.
That's your 1000th show.
October 2033.
On your current schedule, it's October of 2033.
Oh, that's not so far away. That's only like 7 years. Holy 7.5 years. What are you laughing about? How old are you going to be? I'll be like
Almost 40.
Almost 40. I'll be like 80 or something like that. Oh my gosh, I'll be happy if I can remember how to get here at that point. All right, we'll see. 1,000 shows. Oh, God.
By that time, we'll have self-driving cars.
Self-driving cars. All right.
There you go.
So, Chris, you've been involved with a number of productions. You were obviously with this with Chautauqua Sunrise, but you mentioned Reed Powers. What was the name of that again?
Senior Report.
Senior Report. And he did how many shows?
He did just shy of 1,000
gosh.
before he passed away.
You know, it's okay. He could hold a record. I'm okay with that.
I think we got into like the 950 before.
Oh my gosh. All right.
before they were
We'll think
finished.
about it. I don't know. No promises there. A lot of Saturday mornings, Chris.
A lot of Saturday mornings.
If you take his and ours, you're looking at what, over 1,500 Saturday mornings. I don't even know how many years that is. That's a lot of years. I mean, we're in our 12th season, so I don't even know how many years he did it. That'd be like 15 or something.
He did it since 1995.
All right, we got a phone call already. Good morning, caller.
Hey, Doc. It's Mike Felson from Portland. How
Mike
are
from
you?
Portland.
Hi, Mike.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. How are you?
Yeah, good. How are you?
So far, so good. Yeah.
So I wanted to call in. I know it's getting toward the end of the year already, and I talked with Randy a little bit, but I wanted to make sure I called in and said hello.
Well, thank you.
Wish you guys a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Thank you.
I catch your show virtually every week.
Well, thank you. It's good. Now there's 4 of you. No, actually, a lot of people do watch the show. Yeah.
That would at least have to make me number 5. So, no, I just don't have much. It's just to wish you a Happy New Year.
Thank you, Mike.
Well, Happy New Year, Mike.
Hi, Justin.
So it's always good to hear from you, Mike. Do you have a good Christmas so far?
Yeah. It was busy. I'm kind of glad. The day after Christmas is always a day where you wind up going, phew. You made it. But yeah, life has been good. I keep relatively busy.
Good.
I still officiate swim meets. Active in my church. Just nothing really unusual, but just
Okay, good.
general good stuff.
All right. Well, Mike, you're always welcome to call in. I'm so glad to hear from you, and I hope you're doing well. That sounds great.
Okay.
All right. Call in the old time, okay?
All right.
Thanks,
I will.
Mike. All right, super.
Great. Thanks, Doc. We'll see
bet.
you.
Yeah, okay, take care.
Right now.
Well, folks, that's as easy as it gets. You just call in and you talk with us. It's real easy. All right.
I'm Chris, though.
You're Chris.
I'm not Justin.
Did I call you Justin?
No, Mike did.
He knew
okay.
that Justin was in here. Justin, you just upstaged your brother.
We're
You're
not
even
actually.
on camera.
We're not actually twins.
No, you're not.
We're like
That does-
18 months apart from each other.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. All right. So where were we? We were talking about the Repower show, and we were which was the senior report. And was there a program before that you were involved with?
No.
Were you doing sports or covering?
We did do some sports stuff. We worked with Jordan Nicholson doing some sports.
Okay.
We did baseball. We did football. We did basketball. A lot of basketball.
I can't even imagine we moved that camera around.
Basketball was easier because there was a room that actually overlooked the
Oh,
gym.
just like a wide angle type
You
thing.
didn't have to necessarily set up anything.
Right. Then you just say, "Oh, he's down at one end. Oh, he's down at the other end." Oh,
But we did actually. We went to some of the local schools too and filmed some of the sports as well.
Yeah. I think I saw you at Ripley.
A
at
little
one
bit
time.
later, we went to Ripley, we went to Sherman, we went to Brockton, Westfield, and then Chautauqua Lake.
Okay. It's probably interesting to ask this question. Why would you have gone to those? Because they're part of our...
They're in our
catchment?
viewing area. Yeah,
Okay.
we picked the 5 schools that were in our viewing area, and we were trying to give them some coverage. It's just, it's a lot of work, and
Now, you've done production on your own shows. 2 I can think of, maybe 3. Chautauqua Candidates, yeah? And then we do the Mayville Parade.
Yep, we
That's
do the
yours?
parade.
Was there any other ones?
I mean, we've done various other local things.
Destination Chautauqua.
Yeah, we do some stuff under that title. Usually I'm editing something my dad went and filmed or something of that nature.
Okay.
But
All right.
I mean, we try to do different things as much as we can, but I work with Gail on her show,
Right, Gail
Fresh
Earp.
Perspectives.
Right, right.
So she'll actually be filming an episode today when we're done.
Okay.
So we'll turn the studio all over.
Turn the studio all around, pull it in,
completely
pull it up.
switch it over. And
So, of all the shows that we've done so far, is there anyone that sticks out that you remember, any program, through Access Chautauqua?
well, I think the one that announced that you were sticking around as show 1000 is probably the most important one.
Yeah, but I mean, any show that we've done up till now. That's breaking news, huh?
No, I mean, George said I was coming back for the 1000th
All
show.
right, yeah. When you get a proclamation from Kathy Young for our 200th show, which we thought was a big deal, and then when it hit 500 and George came in, and I go, that's a really big deal. But we actually, folks, we actually have, as you know, we have proclamations from the New York State Senate twice now, and so we're very appreciative that they recognize us for what we do. Chris, in your mind, why do we have the studio? Why do you get up every Saturday morning and come here? Why?
Well, you've covered a variety of topics that are important for people to understand, and especially nowadays, there's I call it, it's a good analogy right now, slush, because we're just kind of wading through what's being hit from us from every different way.
Really, a lot of stuff.
And trying to determine whether or not it's real information too. I can tell you, I don't think there's an AI version of Doc yet. So
Your dad's been trying.
He's the only one out there, and he's actually at least telling you stuff that you
real.
can guarantee is real. And factual.
But, a few years ago, I actually saw somebody, they posted us as part of the reliable news source. That was quite a nice thing. So let's talk about AI real quick, and then we're going to move on. So AI, what's your feeling about AI, artificial intelligence in the world of television and stuff? Some people have a lot of problem with it. Some people think it's really cool.
I mean, obviously, artificial intelligence in and of itself is a wide topic, and what they're using is actually what's called generative AI, more than actual artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence would assume that the computer can actually think for itself. As far as I know, there's been no sentient computer created yet.
Okay.
That doesn't mean it doesn't actually exist, they just never told us about it.
Okay.
They're using generative AI, so they're taking 15 different pictures of Doc from all different angles, and then they're able to move your mouth and
Those
stuff.
are those reels we see where you got somebody riding a cow or jumping off of a cliff, and it's a political figure or something
or whatever.
crazy.
Yeah, they take all sorts of different pieces and try to recreate you doing something that you've never done before, like skydiving, right? You've never skydived.
No, and we don't
Okay.
need. You can feel free if somebody wants me to jump out of a plane, do AI and do it, and I will enjoy every moment of it.
But they have you doing something that you wouldn't normally do, and I guess some of the issues that they have obviously are, if you're an actor or an actress,
Yeah.
and they're using your likeness to do things that you wouldn't normally do, or they're just going to take a picture of you and then pay you $1 for it and say we're using it for the rest of forever, then that takes away your ability to actually be an actor or an actress.
Right. Yeah.
Well, it's especially when it comes to computer animated stuff. You ever looked at the ending credits of any movie, you can see there are thousands of people involved with everything. If you're going to plug it all into a computer and have it generate everything for you, that takes away thousands and thousands of jobs in that industry.
Okay. Well, and I think that's the concern even in the world of industry and manufacturing, where robots are taking jobs and stuff. So, all right, well, maybe sometime we should do some AI here in the studio. That would be fun. Your dad
You
always.
can work with my dad. My dad's the AI
All right,
expert
all right.
here.
We'll maybe for 2026 we'll have a little goal. I'll even write it down. And we in the past we've done predictions and things like that, and it's like I given up. Like I was saying before the show, we are lousy predictors. I don't think
The Bills will never get to the Super Bowl. So every time you guys say that, it's just never going to happen.
Never going to happen. Well, the Bills actually have been to the Super Bowl 4 times. So.
Well, they got to win it though. That was
Oh,
always,
that, you
that
didn't
was
say
always,
you didn't get to
that was always the key to that, right? Who's going to get in the Super Bowl and
all
who's
right,
going to win
all right,
it?
all right. You're
So it's never going to happen. So we don't. I mean, you're always going to be wrong on that one.
All right. So you'll always be right. All right, Chris. Well, thanks really for all the work you do behind the scenes. You're always on the other side of the wall, and I don't know what you're doing in your office there, but I know it's important stuff. And
Well, none of this works without you, though.
Okay.
I mean, we can run the cameras and we
That's
can
true.
do stuff, but
That's
without
true. I gotta
someone
keep
here
talking.
leading the show, we've got nothing.
That's
We're just
right.
going to point it at a Christmas
tree. And you could have an AI Christmas tree. All right. So thanks for all you do, and
Yeah.
we're going to switch out now, and we're going to keep the camera on me. And Chris is going to go back to whatever he does, and we're going to invite Jeff Zook to enter here. So basically, folks, here at the studio, I've got a crew. One guy, Chris is our director. He does a lot of stuff behind the scenes. He makes sure we're streaming live and post things to Facebook and so forth. And then this next gentleman, who's been with me from day one and was with Reed Powers and so forth, he's our head engineer, and he's going to talk with us, Jeff Zook. It's been a year since you've been here.
Yes, it's been a while.
Been a while. Oh my gosh. So how are you doing?
Doing pretty good. I can't say much. I'm
Life is
just
good.
doing really good.
All right, that's great. So now, I asked Chris. He's been here since he said his freshman year, for 20 years. How long have you been with the studio?
I've been with the studio since the summer of 2007.
2007. Okay. And have you always been the engineer?
No, when I first started, I came in and I watched for a couple of weeks to see what was going on, and I was in college at the time. I was a late learner or an adult learner. I went back to school when I was 45. So if you can add the two together, you know how old I am.
Mm-hmm.
So, where was I?
We're talking about how long you've been at the studio. So you started out.
2007. I was in my senior year in college in communications at Fredonia.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, I come in to do some things here. Had dreams and plans of going on to something more professional. Why did I say that? Because we've gotten awards from the Chamber of Commerce, and you mentioned that we've been mentioned as
Reed got the award for the Chamber of Commerce for the senior report. Remember that? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And we got the proclamations from the state senate for Chautauqua Sunrise. Yeah.
So we're a viable studio here. As some mornings I'm not very professional,
Oh, don't say that. So, folks, Jeff and I did the show with Infinity, 2 weeks ago?
Yep.
So,
4 kids, a dozen other people, and it was all live.
And it was all live.
It was all live this year, and Doc and I ended up doing that show by ourselves.
And with the help of your brother as our
Yes.
fill-in cameraman. He said, well, how does this button work?
Yeah, Galen's never run camera or anything else, so.
So what was it like on the other side of the wall trying to do all that?
Extremely busy, but for some reason I was really focused that morning, and everything went over very well. And it was, it's a lot of fun, and I think the Infinity shows are probably some of my favorite shows to do. Of course, it's always exciting when our state representatives and that kind of stuff come in. George Borello, he's an awesome guy.
Yep. Kathy Young was here before that.
Yeah, awesome lady. She's
at Cornell now, I believe.
Yeah, I believe she's in out of Cornell in some sort of agricultural. She's running some sort of program or overseeing it or something, whatever, But we've had some awesome people on the show. We've covered some dark topics, human trafficking,
Drugs, suicide stuff.
drugs, and Jeff Winton with his program on
Rural Minds,
rural minds for suicide, and Jeff's actually really local.
Yeah, he lives right in Mayville, Sherman, Westfield, right. He's right. He depends on what part of his land.
About halfway between Stedman and Sherman. There's he lives right next to the expressway there.
Very good.
Yeah. So he's got a beautiful little farm out there.
Yeah. So now you look back, how important is it what we do you think?
When I first started, I really didn't realize what it was, but the topics that we cover and some of the news items that we give out, community activities, the farmers markets and the dances and, all the activities that you can attend. We do stuff in Jamestown with the Ridgeland A. We do announcements for them and all kinds of stuff.
We're everywhere. Yeah.
We're everywhere.
Yeah, and that's why it's called Chautauqua Sunrise. It's not this or that. It's the whole county. And we even reach into Erie County, New York, and we go down into Warren sometimes, over to Erie, Pennsylvania area, Northeast PA. I mean, we've been kind of stretched a little bit.
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to cover in the months to come, or go? Randy and I did a remote this year. That was something we had.
Yes, that was awesome. That was pretty awesome. It was really good. That worked out well too. But yeah, no, it seems like every week we come in here, even after 20-some years that I've been here, we still seem to stretch ourselves.
Yes.
Sometimes more than others. 2 weeks ago with Infinity, it was a huge stretch for Doc and myself. So
I directed everything from here.
Yeah, he does a. We've done that. We've gotten a system of communication down.
You know what I love is when I say, and the phone number is, and you pop that up. I mean, it's like it comes right off my fingertip, right onto the screen. The synchronization is unreal.
Just like that.
Just like that. Oh, thank you.
Chris is actually back there. He's doing while I'm in here.
Right. So, okay. So I do want to thank you publicly for all the work you do and getting up every Saturday morning. Sometimes I think you'd rather be hunting, but.
Yeah, there are some things in the fall, especially on a real nice warm sunny October morning would be really. But for the time that I've been here, it has been very enjoyable.
Thank you.
I do not mind getting up on a Saturday morning, and it's one of the few things in my life that doesn't cause me stress.
Awesome. Well, Jeff, Zook, thank you for being our engineer, and we just have a lot of fun here. And we talk it through, and we come up, like you said, we stretch, and I'll come up to you and say, what about this idea? They can look at me, I think we could do that.
Yeah.
So, and we're going to do some other projects coming up here pretty soon that Randy and I are going to talk about in a bit. So again, thank you, and Happy New Year, and let's go for that 1,000. You going to hang in there with me?
Oh, as long as you do the show, I will be here.
All right, so it's on my shoulders. All right, folks. That was Jeff Zook, our head engineer, and we're going to switch out one more time. And as he gets unraveled here with all the wiring.
I got my feet all tight.
There we go. Yeah, I know how that feels. All right, well, I hope you're enjoying the show, folks. And I do really, really appreciate all of the folks that are coming out here with me, my guys, my crew. And I take them anywhere, and we have been almost everywhere. So now I'm going to bring on what I call my concierge. My left are my go-to guy and my constant heckler. But he's also a fellow Harry Potter fan, and we just really enjoy talking about all that sort of thing. And as soon as he's wired up here, do you need help with that? I can help you with it.
I've done it a couple times.
A couple hundred times. So Justin Burt.
Morning, Doc.
I get you on the show once a year because I know you hate coming on, but it's always fun to talk with you. We have a lot of fun, don't we?
I try to be.
We have fun, don't we? So what was your job this morning you were complaining about?
Oh, so I got to do the dishes here.
Somebody's gotta.
We give out the Access Chautauqua mugs.
Right, there they are. Yep. To our guests.
But when we get them, they're in the cardboard boxes.
Yes.
And they've got the cardboard dust stuff to them. So they need to get cleaned out before we give them out to people so they can actually use them.
Nothing like swallowing dust.
So that's
was my first step this morning after having some breakfast.
And I appreciate that. And thank you, because I don't
And
want
guests love them.
What?
They love them. They love
Oh
those
my gosh,
mugs.
yes. You know, some people have been on the show, like Greg Carlson, your cousin.
Yes.
He was with the Veterans Administration, or not administration, excuse me. They're advocates for veterans. Veteran Services. Don't say VA. He told me he's got like a dozen of them.
Yeah.
So he could have a dinner party.
And we've had other guests that, they collect them every time. They love them.
I actually have, I think, the original series when it was Channel 5. And
Yeah.
there was a blue one, a green one, and then there was this one. I don't know, there's 3 or 4 of them.
From what Chris told me, there was actually originally a red one.
Ooh, I'll have to look at my house. Maybe I have one. I might.
I don't think we have one. Even our little archives here.
Yeah,
I don't think we have
know.
one.
That's my quest begins.
That would be rare.
Very rare. Because I've been on in and out of the studio with Reed back in the mid '90s. So,
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe we'll see. So what do you do here besides wash dishes?
Oh, I control the cameras. I zoom in, make sure they're in focus. You don't want to have blurry.
Right.
I get the map sometimes when we need it.
We've had a lot of people seeing us around
Oh,
the world,
yeah.
haven't they? So how do we know? Because when people leave a message and we
I
check,
put a pin over
right.
in
That's your
that.
job. You're the pin man.
It was what, 4 or 5 weeks ago that we had the ladies from Westfield on for the Westfield Christmas stuff.
Yeah.
And you're like, hey, Justin, can you get the Christmas decorations up? And I'm like, okay.
This is like at 8:15 in the morning before
So
we
I
go
get
on.
the tree out, I get
Right.
the lights all set up and around.
Behold.
Do it like 7 minutes before the show starts.
Right, right. And you got the lights up, the tree up. We have our little boxes and gifts.
Yeah.
So you're really kind of like on the set with me most of the time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's fun. And
I switch out the pictures that we have behind me.
And just for information, Jeff and I built those frames. I don't even know how many years ago. It's been a long time. But
And
it's
Jeff built the actual
frame,
frames
yes,
for
yes,
the
very,
pictures.
very tastefully done, I might add.
My dad's picked out pictures. I've picked out pictures. Chris,
Right.
Galen, Jeff.
Yeah.
We've all picked out pictures to go up. We tried doing seasonal pictures, spring pictures.
Yeah, we have a nice
Obviously,
collection.
our lovely winter pictures.
So tell me what you got for Christmas this year that was the top gift.
Oh, I
You
think
always get some interesting gifts.
so. Let's go back a little bit. For my birthday this
Okay,
year,
yes.
Chris and my dad, or one of them two, got me this. It's like a 3D foam board type
Okay, I know what you're
creation.
talking about. Right, like a puzzle, but it's 3D, yeah.
Right, of the Hogwarts castle.
Oh my gosh.
Well, this for Christmas,
Yes.
I got one that is the Hogwarts Express.
You got the train?
Yeah.
Oh, you got it put together yet?
No, not yet.
What's the hurry? I can't believe you don't have it already done.
Well, I started.
All right.
I got the little train track,
Yeah.
and it has a little Fort Angeles car with it.
Ah.
So I started it last night,
Okay, all right.
just before Chris got home. So I put that up on my desk and put the little car on it, and I'm like, I took a picture of it and I showed it to Chris. I'm like, I like it, but it wasn't exactly what I was expecting
Oh.
because I haven't got the train built.
Yeah.
He's like, well, what's wrong with it? And I'm like, there's no train. It's a little car.
Uh-huh.
But I still got to put the train
Yeah.
together.
So how much fun do you have on the show here with me?
Oh, I have way too much fun.
Well, you can always hear the side comments that he's making at me. And I'm supposed to just keep on going. He's yelling these things at me. But we have fun, don't we?
Yeah.
So, and
Well,
Yeah.
I used to be nervous. I didn't want to bother you during your show, but,
nothing's stopping you now.
every now and then I would
Yeah.
say something and you wouldn't be bothered by it, so I got a little more brazen.
Really?
And now I'm way too brazen.
Yeah. Well, you're really part of the show, and and I do appreciate your comments and your levity here, and all that you do.
And being so informal, with me shouting out to you,
Yeah.
the guests, if they're still stressed out being
Right,
their
right,
first
right.
time,
They laugh with us.
they laugh, they relax, it helps along, and then the show moves along smoother.
Right. Well, we've created quite a process here, and I do appreciate all the work you do. And
Hey,
so we're gonna take a little break here in a second.
All right.
So Justin, Burt, thank you.
Oh, yeah.
You're my guy here at the set. So folks, we're gonna take a very, very special break here, and this is gonna be on the serious side now. So we're going to do a little walk down memory lane here, and remember someone that has been involved with the studio here, and probably many of you that have watched the show. So this is a quiet moment that we're going to take right now, and Randy's going to join me here in a minute. Folks, that's our appreciation of my dear friend Jim McQuiston, who passed away 3 weeks ago. Jim was no stranger here at Chautauqua Sunrise. Jim was no stranger to the folks in the region. Jim was no stranger to the world as a researcher and a regular theorist with the Oak Island TV series. And he was my friend and your friend too, Randy, right?
Definitely.
So we wanted to take a moment to express our condolences to Jim and his family, his wife Beth and his children. Jim and I didn't know each other until about 2019. I was, I think, at the Ripley Library one day, and I saw a poster, James McQuiston, theorist and author of Oak Island books, blah, 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 blah. And I thought, wow, that's cool. I mean, where did this guy come from? I'd never even heard of him. And because I had been watching The Curse of Oak Island for, years. And then I see this name. Well, he was going to speak, and I didn't go. Something came up. Well, then I saw another one maybe a couple months later that Jim was going to speak at the library again. So I got his email address, and I said, I got to get this guy on my show. I didn't know where he lived. Well, it turns out he lived like 5 miles from Ripley. He lives in Northeast Pennsylvania. And so I contacted Jim, and we had our very, very, very first get-together. I had never met him in person until July 27th, 2019. And that's when my life basically changed from going forward. And so we interviewed Jim, and Jeff has a bunch of pictures, and while we're talking, he's going to pop them up. But and that's fine. And yeah, there's one of the very first shows that we did together, and there's some of the books, and so Jim and I, we actually worked together at times on some of his books, and well, after that show, he sent me a picture of a painting. He said, what do you think about this? And then that just started our friendship and our work together. And then one day, Jim says, I got all this stuff. I've written a bunch of books, but I've got all this information, and I want to get it in a format that we could maybe share it on YouTube. And I go, what? So long story short, we got together with Jackie Phillips over at the Lakeshore Center for the Arts. There's a picture of us, probably very early on. I think that could have been one of our very first episodes, because I don't even see the sign there, Randy. Mm. And we were able to take a little class on how to do some editing and stuff. And then somehow or another, we got Randy to come over, Randy Burt, who's with me now, who's actually part of my studio here, and then became our cameraman extraordinaire at the other studio. And we did like 30 episodes together. There's Randy. So good morning, Randy.
Good morning.
So do you remember this guy?
I remember everything really well.
Uh-huh.
From the beginning, when you and Jim come up and we were trying to figure out how to set you up.
Oh my gosh.
We have a big TV at Lakeshore Center for the Arts,
Mm-hmm.
and they were sitting in chairs in front of it, and I'm like pulling the camera way back trying to figure out how to get them in, and it's like, this isn't going to work. And so I think Jim and Dak took the Rush, about half hour
It was an hour class. That was it.
class on how to edit, and we used a black background, and they learned. I mean, at first there was some problems, like
It took us 2 days to edit one episode in the beginning.
try to load the videos right to the camera or to the video editor before going through the computer, and it wouldn't work.
Right.
We finally got it, and for the next 30 some odd episodes, I'm like, well, I'm tearing down. They're like two little kids at a candy store, a toy store. They're just going crazy on this thing. And I'd get home, and they're still up there finishing up, and I go, any problems? And usually it was no. So it was something crazy.
So there's Jim editing one of the episodes out, and it was probably obviously in the wintertime. It got a little cold in there, but you're using equipment. You can't have the hot room, just like here. We're always in the cool. And so Jim and I, as I said, the first episode of Oak Island Plus, that's our YouTube channel, we would sit there and we were trying to figure out, how do I do this and how do I do that? And he'd cough in the middle of a filming. There's our actual Facebook, or excuse me, our YouTube channel, and also our Facebook page, Oak Island Plus. And we had no idea of what we were doing at first because, well, there's just so much technology involved. But then over time, we went from editing, which took a day and a half, down to like an hour.
The funny thing was, it can get noisy up at Lakeshore Center for the Arts and Rain, but one day we were filming a show and the guy across the street was snow blowing his driveway. And then he decided to do the road. I'm like, what do you do? But
what's it sound like when the Westfield Fire Department
oh,
does?
gee, yeah. We finally figured out how to just stop, until the noise is over and then edit it. But I would sit on camera, and the camera we use is a DSLR. And you got like about 29 minutes. You have to stop and start it again. And I'd try everything. Get Jim's attention. You got to stop for a second while I get it. And it was one time I went, stop like that. So finally I didn't say anything, and they just watched me. But Doc would watch me.
Right.
And he'd see I was getting really antsy because they had to stop the camera. But then I got to the point where I was able to just wait for them to stop a sentence, click off, click back on, and Doc's like one day can't figure out why I haven't stopped. I guess his brother could watch him on TV too.
Said, what are you doing?
You can just see Doc what is going on here? But it was fun. Then we partway through we introduced
our poster
Jim's sign, Oak Island Plus. They have a cup. And problem with Oak Island Plus, we put it up in a black, we got sticky stuff on it, put it on the backdrop, and partway through it started going like that. Finally, we were able to set up a
music stand
and put it there in the background. Well, sometimes we would do a test, maybe a minute test video, make sure the sound and everything's working. I didn't catch it, so I have the sign real high. The guys are real low, and I've already stopped them a couple times. I don't want to stop them again, but finally, stopping, checking it before we went on to make sure we had sound working, because it's easy to forget sound.
Let me tell you some other things, folks. So Jim was intense, always intense. I call him up, or we'd be texting, thousands of texts and emails back and forth. He'd say, all right, I've done the last book. This is it, 10 books. Well, I don't know if you can see over here. Can you zoom in on this at all? All right. I got a copy of most of Jim's books, but I think he got up to 14 in there. He'd say, this is it. This is the last one. And I think there's 3 more somewhere in my house. All right. So he was constantly writing. He even wrote a book about Skinwalker Ranch. I go, what? That has nothing to do with that. Well, the whole idea with the Oak Island Plus was that we were going to cover other topics, and we sort of did. But what happened was we started out with his theory. I jumped on with the theory. I understood the theory, and we always tried. There we are. That was the first show. episode 1. That was the introduction. But we always tried to stay in our lane. I always said to Jim, stay in the lane, because it's too easy to get drifted off onto the edges. And so we did that, and Jim would come in, and he was like a walking anthology. He was like a dictionary, an encyclopedia. I mean, he would just go on. It was incredible. But you know what? I would sit there one day, and I said to Jim, I said, you know what? I bet you we couldn't find two guys with our backgrounds anywhere else in Chautauqua County doing what we're doing. Jim had a graphic arts background. He had the ability to edit. I had the TV production and, and director type thing. And we had the 2 studios that we could work out of. I figured that Jim and I were in this studio, I believe, 11 times, whether we were doing Oak Island Plus filming or he was on the show and so on. We had a picture that'll pop up somewhere along the line. We were interviewed by the Post-Journal. Jim was interviewed live from London, England. People would say, well, what's the FSA Scott? He was part of he was a fellow for the Society of Antiquarians of Scotland. He had this very official designation, and so he was very, very proud of that. But Jim, when he passed away, which was a shock, absolutely shock. I'm still in shock. He was loved by so many people and around the world. I'm talking at least all continents, except for Antarctica. Now this picture right now is Jim is actually on the Curse of Oak Island, and I believe he told me he was on it 16 times in different programs. And there he was talking with Barkhouse and Doug Crowley. And so he was well known. He knew Rick Laguna personally. He'd been up there not too long ago visiting and saying hello to people. And Jim and I tried every which way to always cover every angle. But what we found out, Randy, and you watched it with us, is that the story of Oak Island was just a part of the big picture of Nova Scotia, which became part of the United States in the end, and then of course what was going on in Europe and so on. And so Jim was just unreal. He was just a machine when it came to research. And before he passed away, he just said to me one day, because I was working on another angle of our research, he said, go back to my first book called Missing Links, Oak Island Missing Links. And then of course he passed. But I started reading it, and it was like, holy cow, that's exactly what I needed. So his books have now become reference library books for other researchers and so on. So anyway, so was there any particular show or anything that you remember about our production over there?
I liked the behind the scenes when we weren't on camera.
Yeah.
But he came up with some stuff that, you can't talk on camera about. But one of them I remember was, they had to walk up a big hill, and they had somebody that was pretty old. They got almost up to where they were going to be, and a car came by. So they had to walk back down the hill and start all over again. And the second one was the flies. So the flies,
when he's up in
the flies were absolutely horrible. But before I got involved with Jim and Doc on this, I didn't even know where Oak Island was. I thought it was down off South Carolina.
There is a South Carolina Oak Island.
And I watched bits of the show, and it's like, I have no idea what the heck they're talking about. But when you guys started talking about it, it was cool. But the problem was, I turned on the show, get on TV, the Oak Island, and I still don't know what the heck they're doing. But
okay, we got to go.
Yep.
Okay, so folks,
holy cow.
I want to say, please, if you're interested in the Curse of Oak Island or research of that sort of thing, please check out our Oak Island Plus on YouTube and our Facebook page. To date, we've got 128,000 views, and we hit 1,200 people just about on Facebook. There we were interviewed by the Post-Journal, and that was a great shot, one of my favorite shots of me and Jim. Okay, so I'm going to read a passage. This is what Jim left at the Interpretive Center in Oak Island, and this is on the wall there, and Rick Laguna asked him to do this, and these are going to be my final words today. This is a Jim, and you find this there. It says, quote, Oak Island is not so much a mystery to be solved as it is a chance to experience the unapologetic fascination of youth once again. Jim McQuiston, wherever you are, please Keep up the good work. We miss you a lot. Take care.